Jason and Philip resumed their hunt for bait animals to refresh their leopard baits.
We are having this pose to go and build the blind. We have chosen Mopani logs because this is the type of log we use for building at home. So we find it nice that you need to go and build just on a good house for him to kill his leopard tonight.
We've got a couple leopards feeding on a bait over by the river. It appears they came and fed last night. So we're cutting some logs, we're going to go back, we're going to build a nice blind, get all set up, get our path raked out, set our sleeping tent out. We'll probably sit in the blind for 3-4 hours and see if he shows up in the first couple hours of darkness. Then we'll head back to the tent, take turns sleeping and listening to the listening device, and wait for him to show up. Hopefully we stay awake and see a big cat.
The bait was hung and the blind prepared, ready for the hunters to sit and wait for a leopard that night.
Well, we're on night 5 or 6 of the leopard blind. We're in blind number 2 now. We moved down river probably, I don't know, a mile or 2. We've had this bait here since day 1. We've had some lions feed on it, a young leopard and a female. Now it appears we have a female, a young leopard, and a big tom all feeding on it. The plan is we're going to sit here for the next 3-4 hours, see if he shows up in the first couple hours of darkness. If not, we're going to move back to the tent, make our camp there. We got our listening device set up in both places, so if he shows up we should be able to hear him. Make our approach quietly, get into position. The cameraman's going to hit the light. The guide is going to pick out the cat, and I'm going to take him down, hopefully. Well, it's 7:05. We've been sitting in the blind for 2 hours total. About 6:45, we heard some footsteps. Could have swore I heard him climb up the back of the tree. We heard some crunching on the bait. We let him get comfortable for about 10 minutes. We all got into position, got the light shined on him. Took about 15 seconds. We believe we saw a pouch. Looked like he had a huge neck, pretty big body. Looked like a nice cat. He turned his head like he was going to get ready to jump down out of the tree, and the PH said shoot. So I shot. I feel I had a pretty good shot behind the shoulder, maybe exiting front of his far shoulder. Fell straight out of the tree. Saw his legs up in the air. And about 5-10 seconds later, he kind of did a couple barrel rolls and kind of went down the back of the hill. So we're gathering the troops. We're going to see what we can see here from the 2-track and see if we have a dead cat at the bottom of the tree.
Let's have a look.
The leopard lay beneath the bay tree.
Right behind the bait.
A couple of great shots had bagged Jason his tom.
Well done.
He's down.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Hey?
Well done, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, Polani.
Thank you. Good cat. We can start the safari now.
Well done.
Sure going to be a nice night in camp tonight.
It's going to be a nice morning tomorrow morning.
No fire, no fire, no fire, my mother.
Celebrations began in the vehicle on the way back to camp.
Well, it's Friday, about 9 o'clock in the evening. We just got back from our big leopard hunt. We've been hunting pretty hard. This would be our 6th night in the blind. We were ready to stay all night. We had our dinner, breakfast, sleeping bags, tent was all set up, ready for a long night with the elephants and baboons and everything else in the woods. Started out the night about 5 o'clock. We were in our blind that we had built earlier this afternoon. We shot a fresh impala and got him hung up. We had a couple cats feed last night, so we knew they were in the area and hoping that they would come back. There was one big track, obviously from this guy, that we saw on the road. So we sat for about an hour and a half, read a book, kind of dozed off a little bit, but listening, we could hear the leaves rustle a little bit and some scratching on the bark. Kind of caught our attention quite quickly. And we heard the bones start crunching and the meat kind of gurgling and chomping, and we knew there was a cat on the bait. So we got everyone in position, the cameraman ready, the guide had his binoculars and the light ready to go. I was all lined up, I had the bait in the crosshairs, waiting for the light to go on. Philip here hit the light. There was a big cat on the branch. He was chomping away. I could see that he had a big neck compared to the female that we saw a couple nights before. So it looked like a good cat to me. We watched him for maybe 10 or 15 seconds and he started to slowly turn like he was going to jump out of the tree. And Philip here claims he saw the golden pouch. Heard the word shoot, and about a 1/10 of a second afterwards I squeezed the trigger. The cat fell out of the tree, paws up in the air. I felt it was a good shot. He was quartering away. We got back on him with a light and he kind of took off across the ground, so we sent another Hail Mary in. I couldn't see more than maybe 4 or 5 inches. I'm not sure if we even hit him or not. We went back to the tent, called the trackers, got all geared up with the shotguns and spotlights and thick coveralls. Got the big spotlight hooked up to the truck, shined the light underneath the bait, and lo and behold, there he was sitting, dead as a doornail. So turned out we smoked him pretty good. He didn't go too far. Anything from you, Philip?
I'd just like to thank you for coming out here and for shooting straight. Yeah.
It's been a great hunt. The food's been good. The PHs have been great. Cameramen are excellent. Trackers, game scouts, can't complain much. Definitely recommend someone else to come here. And big cats, lots of cats.
Yeah, there are a lot of cats here, that's for sure. They're clever though. But they make mistakes.
They do.
Yeah, that's why we have clever PHs.
This was we're going on our 56th hour in the blind or in the tent hunting these cats. So it was definitely a long hunt. We learned how to be patient, and all things turned out well.
Well done.
You too. Thank you.
Well done. Very well done.